Hey, just for a second, look around you. Your phone, maybe a cup of coffee, the very air you're breathing right now. What if I told you all of that stuff is connected by a kind of invisible language? Well, today, we're going to learn how to speak it.
All right, let's start with a little riddle. What in the world connects a battery, a pain reliever, and the air that you breathe? I mean, they seem totally random, right? But believe it or not, there's a deep hidden connection.
And that connection, it all comes down to one single, incredibly powerful science.
And that science is chemistry. We're talking about the science of everything. It's like uncovering the invisible blueprint of our entire world, from the smallest atom to the biggest star out there.
Okay, so you'll hear chemists call it the central science. That sounds pretty important, right? But what does that actually mean? Let's, really dig in and define it.
So here's the official definition. But really, at its heart, chemistry is the science of, well, stuff, matter. It's all about asking these really fundamental questions. What's the stuff made of? How is it all put together? What are its properties? Like, what can it do? And maybe most importantly, how does it change? Yeah, think about it like this. Chemistry is the reason why wood burns, but metal just melts. It explains how you can take two gases you can't even see and, poof, combine them to make water. And it answers where all the energy for these incredible changes actually comes from. It really is the science of transformation.
And that's why we call it the central science. It's like this amazing bridge, right? On one side, you've got physics with all its fundamental laws. On the other side, you've got the beautiful mess that is biology. Chemistry is what connects them. I mean, you literally can't figure out how a medicine works or how to design a new smartphone screen without it. All right, but the world of stuff is, it's massive. So how do chemists even begin to tackle it all? They basically use 5 different lenses or special toolkits to look at the world. Each one gives a totally unique perspective. Let's check them out.
First up, we've got organic chemistry. Now, this one is all about one superstar element, carbon. Carbon is literally the backbone of life as we know it. So if you're talking about pharmaceuticals, the plastics that make up, almost everything, or even the fuel in your car, yep, that's all organic chemistry. Next, you have its counterpart, inorganic chemistry. And this is pretty much the chemistry of everything else. So all the stuff that isn't based on carbon. We're talking metals, minerals, salts, all that good stuff. This is the field that gives us the ceramic mug you drink from and, crucially, the silicon chips that power all of our electronics. Then things get really interesting with physical chemistry. This is where physics and chemistry smash together. It's all about the why and the how fast. Why does an explosion release a ton of energy, while other reactions need a constant push just to get going? And how fast does it all happen? It's all about the energy and speed of reactions on a molecular level.
Okay, next up is analytical chemistry. I like to think of these guys as the detectives of the chemistry world. Their whole job is to answer 2 questions. What is this stuff, and how much of it is there? And this is so important. We're talking about everything from forensics at a crime scene to quality control that makes sure your food and medicine are safe.
And last but not least, we have biochemistry. And this one, this is the chemistry of us, of life itself. It's all about the mind-bogglingly complex chemical reactions happening inside every single one of your cells, right this second. Turning that sandwich you had for lunch into energy or reading your DNA to build new proteins. It's incredible.
So, okay, we've got these 5 lenses for looking at the world. But that raises a big question. How do chemists figure all this stuff out? I mean, how do we know what we know? Well, it's not magic. It comes down to a really powerful and systematic toolkit.
See, chemistry is an experimental science. It's built on a solid foundation, a systematic process. It's not just about random guesses. It's a structured way of asking questions and then rigorously testing the answers.
And that process, you've probably heard of it, is the scientific method. It's a beautiful, logical loop. It starts with just noticing something, an observation. That makes you ask a question, like, why did that happen? From there, you make an educated guess. That's your hypothesis. Then, and this is the key part, you design an experiment to test that guess. You crunch the data, and you draw a conclusion. And then, the cycle starts all over again. It's a constant process of refining what we know.
But you know what fuels that entire process? What makes it all work? It's measurement. Good, solid, quantitative data. You can't just say, oh, the liquid got a little warmer. You need to know it got warmer by exactly 5.7 degrees Celsius. Chemistry is a numbers game. Without reliable measurements, you're just guessing.
And this is super important. We have to talk about two key ideas, accuracy and precision. They sound similar, but they're not the same thing. Accuracy is all about hitting the target, getting the true value. Precision, on the other hand, is about consistency. It's about hitting the same spot over and over again. Now, you can be really precise but still miss the target completely. To do great science, you absolutely need both. You need to be right, and you need to be consistently right.
And honestly, this gets to the absolute core of what science is all about. This quote says it perfectly. Chemistry isn't just a list of reactions to memorize from a textbook. It's a way of thinking. It's about the process. It is about knowing how we know.
All right, so why should you care about any of this? What's the big takeaway? Well, it matters because chemistry isn't some abstract thing that only happens in a lab. It's the engine that drives our entire modern world. It's happening everywhere, all around you, all the time.
Seriously, think about it. The medicines that keep us healthy, the batteries that power our lives, the technology that allows us to grow enough food, the very materials we build our homes with, every single one of these breakthroughs is built on a deep understanding of chemistry. So in the end, chemistry does more than just explain the world as it is. It hands us the toolkit to actively change it, to build a better future. It's the ultimate science of creation and innovation. So that leaves us with just one final powerful question. What will you build with it?